And this is Tuesday, April 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. And this is the top to my roller cart. Kind of see these are brackets. I had someone before I had a welder. He helped me weld these up, and we bolted it to the 3/4 pressure treated plywood. And here is the roller that it goes on. And it is off of the roller because I have to use the roller to roll my lawn and my son's lawn, and my other son wants to borrow it. So, I gotta be able to pull it behind that and put it in a trailer to get it places, so the top had to come off. Now, while it tops off, I think I need to do some modifications. See, this is, I don't think it's an eighth, maybe 3/16, but it is not strong enough. The angle does not bend, but this bends and twists this way. So I've been actually doing it upside down. I've been putting it this way so the angle's on top, so the weight sits on the angle, and that just keeps the pin in place. So I'd like to fix this up to do it the right way. So I think that this is 1/8 inch, looks like 1/8 inch angle, probably 1.25 inches maybe, 1.5 inches. This is 3/16 thick something. Looks a little bit more than 1.25 inches, but this has to get reinforced. I could put a web here and weld it in, which would reinforce it so it just doesn't bend this way. But I kind of prefer to have this thing bolted, because right now, to work on this, I have to unbolt that and that and that to take it to the basement to either grind it or weld it or whatever. I'd rather make this tongue here bolted on, so I have to ponder that. And you can kind of see that this was my old method before I had a welder. That's like this kind of ring, except it gets pulled and smashed and twisted. And like I used to drill a hole in here, put a ring. So my plan is to upgrade this to my latest version. And this is the latest version, and I like it a lot. So because I can weld, I weld a bolt on. And then I put chain with some washers, and this is a heavier chain. And I actually bolt it right through there with a 1/4 20. Oh, look at this. So my weld is failing. It's like actually opening up. Neat. Wow. Alright, well, yeah, look at this. It's only like a tiny little spot that actually held. Crazy. So maybe I'll fix this one while I'm making a new one, but we're gonna put together one of these for that one too. Okay, I see that this tongue is bolted on. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get some thicker metal and get a bolt job for the older one. Alright, so here is, look at that, the weld. There's like nothing that's stuck on the bolt. It was all on the vertical bolt. The horizontal bolt, seems like it probably took some weld. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take that off and grind it up and and here's the part to the roller cart. So I cut this piece off, and we put a 1-inch tubing and some 1/4 inch. Yep. So we got that ready. We just have to make another one of those for that. So what do we use? We used 417 and 21.2. So that's probably like the most I've ever used with that water. So let's have a look. What are we thinking? Well, it looks like it may have melted in there a little bit more. What about the... Yeah, well, all right, we're just gonna do a quick grind and polish on those, and then they gotta get painted. All right, we got this one welded up. That's gonna go with that. This is the one that goes back outside. All this needs a coat of paint, and then it'll be good to go. But the grandkids are on their way over for the afternoon. There we go. We got these painted and dried and baked. So I'm gonna put this together, and that's the one that goes on the other one. Let's get started. Here we go. We got our roller, and we got this part all set back up again. All right, and we put the top back on. When we're done rolling, I gotta finish. My two sons want to borrow the roller, so I think I gotta empty the water out and get ready to transport this week. And that's the top that gets put back on. I think we got 4 bolts and 2 axle cotter pins.